Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to some afterthoughts with me, Xoneris, and Yume. Hey, Yume, how's it going?
Hello. Still sad. Still very sad that we didn't have Talifang.
Yeah, right. I was a bit unlucky, but I think we managed pretty okay with the two replacement runs there.
Yeah, sure. Also, I want to thank Rug Day and Tiny Tim again for on such short terms doing some runs. It was good to have them in as two of our volunteers, and I think except for one volunteer that doesn't speedrun at all, they were also the only two volunteers that actually didn't have a run in the marathon. So yeah, was nice getting them into the marathon as well.
Yep. So I just want to ask you, do you have a personal highlight of the marathon, which is not one of your own runs?
I think I should kind of say Gato Roboto. Well, honestly, my personal highlight is that the whole stream somehow worked with the whole setup that we had, that we did for the first time. Really happy that that worked out properly, because yeah, that would have otherwise been a little bit of a pain.
True. Yeah, the tech setup worked out pretty perfect. I mean, there have been a few hiccups, but like, let's be real, which marathon doesn't have tech issues here and there? So, giving
Yeah,
the
that's
fact,
for sure.
it was pretty great, I think.
Yeah, same. I mean, most of it worked out in the end. As you said, there were a few hiccups, but what do you want to do? It's an online marathon, and marathons, there is always something that will go wrong, honestly.
Yeah, I really
But
enjoyed
yeah,
like our little meme block that we had at the start with Hello Kitty, Barbie, Wings Club, and Wendy. That was a pretty great watch. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, like after Wings Club, I kind of had to go to bed because I was up since like 6:15 in the morning to go to work and everything.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
yeah, like uh, sadly didn't see Wendy. Probably have to rewatch that one.
Yeah. Also, little highlight for me. I like came in without any expectations, and then I was what do you call it? Surprised that how much I actually enjoyed it. The Ghost of Tsushima run, that was pretty entertaining. Actually, it had some really great commentary. Kind of sad that there was at 4 a.m. and not that many people got to see it, but I think it was a pretty great run. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we haven't done a marathon in quite a while. So the initial plan for
Yeah.
this entire thing here was more like a test, so we can see how well everything works out in every sense, like the scheduling, the runners, like the tech setup, the entire streaming. And I think all in all, it went pretty great. Runs have pretty much all been very entertaining from what I can tell. Unfortunately, I missed a few because of this stupid thing called sleep. But I think all the runners tried their very best to make an entertaining show. And yeah, I don't really have much to complain about. I think this entire thing was quite a huge success.
Yeah. I I certainly think we have to talk about some of the things that didn't go accordingly. All in all, I want to say like 85-90% were going pretty well all in all. So yeah, it's certainly very possible that we can do such an event again. Um, the time frame is a bit of a question, because it's actually a lot of work, especially before the the event actually starts, and I think we have to optimize, especially that part during the marathon. Pretty much everything went as it should.
Yeah, I definitely have like a few learnings that that can be improved for a next time. But just like a general statement, I think things went pretty great. Yeah, I guess it's time to just thank some people in here. I think the most logical thing to start out is probably Psy, who set up the entire server, the streaming PC and the RTMP server. Unfortunately, this weekend he's helping a friend move, so you did not get to see much of him. He was in chat like a few times, but otherwise not very active. But you know, real life happens. So yeah, huge thanks to Psy for all of that. As we already mentioned, things worked out pretty great most of the time, like 90 to 95%. Yeah, I guess. Secondly, probably Yume for most of the tech stuff here. Like Psy, like the initial setup was by Psy, but then the entire like OBS stuff and that was mostly done by you. So I know that took you a little bit of time. So super omega huge shout out for that one.
Thanks. Yeah, it was actually more work than I also thought myself, honestly. But yeah, in the end, I think it was pretty stable. It was pretty easy to work with all of it. So yeah, I take that one.
Yeah, I guess next up I would say shout out to the scheduling team, which consists out of Yume, Los, Sinpars, and Frozer, and me. The five of us accumulated, like we talked about all the submissions and tried to come up with the coolest games. And I think the schedule we ended up with was pretty amazing. The blocks that we have been able to come up with and all that, I think our schedule was pretty amazing. So thanks for the everybody in the scheduling team for helping out, taking the time to watching submission videos and trying to give an as objective as possible kind of rating so we can come up with the possibly best schedule. So that's pretty amazing. Have anything to add to that because you're part of that?
Yeah, I'm a little bit sad that we had to quote unquote shaft the people that had a bit longer runs just so that the night shifts are going to be a bit safer with only like 1-2 games to set up per shift so that we could actually react better. Because yeah, usually like either you or me was around who knew the setup the best, but it was still a bit of a probably we are there but brain dead like me yesterday night.
Yeah.
So yeah, potentially and hopefully can get runs like a Ghost of Tsushima for prime time next time if they want to run this again. And yeah, a small sorry from my end, but yeah, it was just kind of what we had to do to be on the safer side with like this the whole new setup and everything that we were not used to.
Yeah, in this particular case, shoutouts to Floa and Ashma for taking the bullet of being like the night shift runs with the Skyward Sword Rando and Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them understand. But yeah, huge shout out to those two. Yeah, talking about tech, I guess time to say some thanks to all of the people who helped out with tech, setting up runners, checking audio, making sure the layouts and everything are correct. So huge shout out here to Los, Floa, Linkboss, Recult, Tiny Tim, Habash, Frozer, Rock Day, and of course the two of us. It's kind of weird to thank me personally, but I was part of it as well. So yeah, all of those people, thanks a lot for tech. Some of those picked it up really fast and got the grasp of it super quickly. That's pretty amazing. I know most of them came, like all of those who have done it before came from a sort of different setup, and even like the most veterans had to like just quickly reacclimate to our specific setup here. And yeah, but overall I think went pretty well. Few hiccups here and there, but you know, we already discussed. It's bound to happen. But yeah, like huge shout out for everybody taking their time to help out here with the tech. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Next up would probably be the runners. Now I'm not sure if I go to the schedule and just say every single name on the list here.
Don't do it. I want to get to sleep somewhat soon.
But I know it's 27 runners, I believe. Or wait, since 28, right? Because we had some changes. So yeah, big thanks to all of the 28 runners who participated. If I remember correctly, every single person who submitted a game got at least one game in. So yeah, all of you runners, thanks a lot for taking your time, submitting to here, showing up on time, setting up all of the stuff, trying to make a great showcase, inviting commentators for your runs, and just overall making a good show. So huge thanks to that. That was pretty amazing. And yeah, just from the top of my head, I'm not sure. Of course, thanks to all the viewers, by the way. That's the one I remember. Yeah, if you're watching right now, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. And yeah, that's kind of all the thanks in my head that I can remember. Are there any thanks you can that I forgot that you remember?
No, I don't think there's anything to add on that.
All right. So yeah, this is normally the place where like some big announcement would come for something next. But since this entire online marathon has been more of a test, we did not plan too much further ahead after this. Yeah, the next few steps is just the highlights of the runs, uploading them to YouTube and on Twitch, so all the runners can have their highlights if they are planning to do anything special with them. But yeah, other than that, there's not much planned. I have maybe some feedback forums that I'm thinking of, so that the next run marathon can be improved on. But yeah, I have like a million ideas in my head what we could do with Helvetic Speedrunners, but so far all of those are just ideas. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, big announcement. Sleep is cool.
Yeah, we will certainly see about this. As I said, very positive how everything went. So I guess it's likely to do another marathon in this style because yeah, we also don't really know how the COVID situation is going to be in the next few months, and yeah, in Switzerland, actually getting a venue for a somewhat reasonable price is very hard, honestly.
That is that's very true. I can confirm that. Yeah, we'll probably just discuss internally what like the next steps are, and yeah, just keep an eye on our Discord and our Twitter. If you haven't done it yet, follow our Twitter. I think a link can be found below the stream. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't have much more to say.
Nah, there is nothing really in my head to add here.
Let's see. I know Recode was streaming earlier for potential raid, but he stopped now. If I go through the Discord right now, the only person I can see streaming is Killer Chair, who was doing commentary for Esheria's Gato Roboto run. So I guess that's the person we gonna raid, I guess? Or anybody has a better idea?
Sure, I would say let's go over and say hi to Killer Chair.
Yeah, let me type that in, and yeah, you can maybe some final words while I quickly type this stuff in.
Yeah, good question. Well, what I should say. Well, yeah, again, thanks to all the runners. Sadly, we don't know what's going on with the zombie, to add that as well, because we didn't hear from him. We didn't really see him online. We hope he is doing well. But yeah, as already talked about, we had some good substitutes for that, even if it was a bit close on time for them to prep. But yeah, other than that, I would say let's just throw it over and go to Killer Chair and say hi to him.
Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.